Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 21st of October 2019. Right, so we got a ton of stuff open here, so I'm just going to close everything. And then we'll start from scratch once again, starting with the euro. Okay, so where do we have supply that was consumed by demand? And you can see that we have a couple of areas that are interesting here. We have a couple of tests there. This was the area. When price left here, we managed to move below this. And this is demand because it took out the supply. So this is gone. And notice that this area of supply is gone and the area responsible for removing that is down here. So we'll mark it off like that. Now we'll go to the smaller time frames and see what it looks like. So go to the 4 hour there. You can see that pretty clearly here. Notice this is the daily, but we also have quite a lot going on these smaller time frames as well. So just here, we had a couple of tests. Here, close, price rallied, accumulated, and then popped through it. So the area responsible for removing this 4 hour supply is here, just there. The 110.85-ish area. If we have a little bit closer look at some of these, like the major tests, we have them around here. And these are gone. If we go up to here, the proper release, here we can see test, sorry, not a test there, testing here, testing there, and price move through. The area that is responsible for the consumption of this is this one here. So this is the one that we are going to take. We'll take 2 times the size of the area. So we have protection for our stop, like so, and we'll put that one on. $110.85. Like that. We'll flick my order utility on. Super. Put that to the weekly, so those expire in a week. Got that there. 1 to 1 is here. 1 to 2. And this is where we have some interesting stuff there. We'll leave it like that, I think, for the time being. Let's go to the American dollar, Japanese yen. What are we doing here? Well, we're feeding into this area that we looked at. It's been tested once, twice, 3 times. We still haven't moved through that. Okay, so there's nothing to do on this time frame. If we have a look lower, price hasn't done anything down here. So let's have a look at the other time frame and find something. We had this kind of level tested, which was the beginning of this. Just box that off. So we had some tests of this area. 1, 2, 3. Price moved through, but we haven't done anything yet here, and so there's not a lot to do. Let's go to the hourly chart, see if we can find some smaller areas then. But we don't have. Let's look. Slow things down. Okay, so we have this, which I like. So we had this area. Tested. It's gone. The area removed that is here. The price has already been back down to this area. We're over here, so looking higher. This is where we had a test. It's gone. The area that removed that is this one here. Actually, we have a little one there, which is nicer. Tested once, twice, and then that's gone. What area did it? This one did. Tested. This one's gone. What area removed that? This one, right here. Let's have a look at that in more detail. Yes, yeah, that looks okay. I like this because we had kind of the wicks to the upside, rejection, another one, another push, and then a strong follow through. I like that. Let me go to the daily and see what it looks like in there. You can't see anything in the daily. It's pretty clear on the 4 hour. So the candle that did that is here, which brings us pretty close to there. So we'll go like that. If we're going to here, we'll do 2 times that. So the stop is around there. And we'll put that one on there. I like that a lot just because it kind of cut this out, which was tested a couple times in the past. You know, before I do anything, I'll have a look on the smaller time frame. Yeah, this is a test. This candle closed above it. We kind of had this one in here. It's going to go like this. Okay, I like that one. Let me put that one on. 107.55. 7.55. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set all of them to expire on Friday. I don't want to hold stuff over the weekend at the moment. There's too much potential for risk. Because that looks good. So let's look at opposing areas. We don't really... Okay, we have some. Had this. Here. It's been removed. The area it did it is this. Just below here. So I can move that there. I'd be pretty keen about that. So we'll put this back on the 4 hour and we'll leave that alone and see what happens. Okay. Pound American dollar. Where are we? We're very low. We're very low and we're moving higher. So, okay, I can see already something interesting. We had these areas. Okay, we had these lows that are removed. We had this. This one did it. Tested once, twice, 3 times. This one's gone. What area did it? This one here, which we can't see yet. Okay, go to the 4 hour. You can see it right here. And I like this one here because I had this, tested something in here, tested once, now it's gone. This one kind of cut through it. We need to go smaller to see what's in there. There it is. So I remember this one. This one's gone. What area did it? Well, this one did here. We kind of spoke about this, I remember now, looking at it. And I felt more comfortable kind of trading kind of the lower edge of this. Testing. Yeah, so kind of somewhere around here. But it's a tough one because where do you put your stop? It's kind of a tough one. So what we could do is we could take the size of this times 2. Okay, move it. What size is that? 60. So make it 60 here. And go like that. Because this is where the test is. So this is a pretty nice kind of equilibrium, like a flip zone. Testing, testing, poshed up, and then down here. Not that I use Fibonacci's ever, but let's have a look. That's pretty deep, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's okay, the 12400 area. Let's have a look on the half an hour. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be keen on looking lower because it's kind of in the middle of this skinny leg thingy. So I'd totally do this. I'd feel more confident trading at the bottom here. So at the 12300 area. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, which brings us all the way back down to this base. But this is a clear one, which took out kind of this one here. We had something up here, we can't see it. Let's go on the area that caused that. It's down here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like it. This is kind of okay because this is kind of at the edge of this. I'm gonna leave it on. I'm not gonna trade it. I don't want to trade that. Next. Okay, what do we have here? So, where are we? We're wriggling lower. Looks like we're moving lower. So, if we have a look here, you can see that we have this. It's getting tested a bunch. Go to smaller time frames. Here it is. First of all, I had this area. It's gone. The area that did it is this one here. So you want to go to the low and down. So something like that. Go to smaller time frame. Have a look. And this looks alright actually. Have this one times 2. About there. Yes, we certainly could. Just to make sure, I'm going to go to the low. Like that. So, 40. What's the range for the day? Average is about 50. Okay, so I'll give it 50 pips. 49. Fine, we'll try that. That's a 3100 area. Because this is where price came to before it released, okay? This is kind of one of those weird ones. Because you can't really see what happened. Because it's kind of a little bit weird and messy in there. If we go to the weekly, see if there's clarity. I don't know. Not a lot. Yeah, but if you look around here, you can see prices moving lower. We've moved below this. We've moved away from this. So I'd feel more inclined to sell from those levels. Go to the daily. So we had a nice reaction here. This one is gone. What area did it? This one. If we go like that, let's remove this. And have a look on the smaller time frame. So we have this. Kind of like parent-child thing going on there, like quite a lot of stuff there. So now we need to be a little bit precise. And that precision. So we had this here. We held. So the beginning of the zone goes down to here. This is gone. The area that did it is up here. This was the first test. Second test, price went through it. So this brings our attention higher. If you have a look here, there's something in here. Let's go on the 30-minute chart. And we can look inside. Maybe. Otherwise, we can go to the 1 hour. Okay. First of all, okay, we had this. This is interesting. Gone. This did it. Yeah, price is kind of already been around here, so I'd be keen on this. Times 2. So about that. Okay. Yeah, so I'll remove this and that. And I'll wait for a deeper push. This took that. So that's what I'm going to do right there. 7 microlots. God, that's so weird. I always see that number. 1338 and 1337. I always see those numbers. Very peculiar. A numerologist would have a heyday with that. So 132.71. Put that in there. Let the stop thingy to do its thing. There. We got 1 times, 2 times. So where would we put our target? Let's have a look. I think we could maybe move to the beginning of the buy zone here, which is, let's put it here, which is where it currently is. So we'll leave it on there. Put it on the 1 hour so I can see in detail. We'll leave it at that. That looks great. Aussie American dollar. What are we doing? We're acting at monthly demand. We're attempting to move higher. So we're challenging this. So we had this, which is gone. This one did it. It's been tested. Almost tested, not quite. We have we had a lot of tests in here. You can see all these tests there. And that one. The origin of the move that did that is down here. This one took it out, but the origin of this move is here. Different things. Put down to there. Price tested it, so that's still in play. And then we have some bigger ones here. We have to find the size of this one there to make sure that we're getting the right one. Let's go to the 1 hour. Scroll. Actually, I think we were looking at this one here, weren't we? It just looks familiar. Go to the half an hour, more detail. Okay, there it is, right there. Right there. So that one was tested a couple of times and now it's gone. The area that did it is this, just here. So remove that. This to down there. Come on, do your thing. Okay, have a look. Yeah, that's exactly the thing that we would have seen there. So if we look at that, let's put it in blue so we know it's a 4 hour area. Price left here 2 times. We managed to move through, above all of these kind of areas that were resistance. Now we poked up into here. So if price manages to come back here, that'd be pretty awesome. We do have another one here that we need to look at. This one, okay, and this is interesting here as well because we had some testing here. Testing once, twice, and now it's gone. That really, price really cut through there. And this is interesting because it took out this, which took out this. Okay, but this did not take out this. Which one took this one out? Kind of this one did here. This is a better one. And this is important because it took out all of this stuff here. So we move over here. This is kind of the area. And what area removed this? This one, right there. So we kill this one. 2 times the size. About that. And I take this one instead. Okay. This is also fine. You can take this. But I just like this one. This one has worked harder to show its worth. This one has only had to move above these kind of the bigger highs like these here. But this is just, I just like this one. We'll probably have a bounce here. As a matter of fact, I'm almost convinced we will. I just like this one just because of the way it lines up with this one here. Okay, so I'll put that one in as well. That is 1.1 mini lots. Buy limit at 67.62. 762. Okay, then we're going to move this up there. We're going to move that down there. We don't really have any supply yet, so we'll move it to 1 to 3. Got that. Cool. Dollar, Swiss franc. What are we doing? We're reacting at weekly supply. That's pretty important. So we can see that we have these two were removed by something in here. That's cool. We go to the 1 hour and see what it is. Nothing. Can't see it, rather. There's definitely something we can't see it. Can't see it here. Still can't see it. 15-minute. Okay, so we have these tested. Let's move this down to here. Okay, that one's gone. Let's move up. Chunk up. Yeah, I mean, we have all these lows here, and this one removed through those, so I'd just be keen on doing this because we kind of take an average of the lows here. We're kind of around here, which kind of brings our attention to this one. We traded this one on this bounce. We tested it once, twice, and then we moved deeper. And now this one, which is actually the parent, more or less, was removed by this one. So this is the one we do. 2 times the size, maybe a bit more just to get above there. So that's where we roll from. 99.30. One mini lot. So 99.30. Sell right there. Whoop. So where do we put our entry? Sorry, our target. Well, we have to find out who did what. So we had this right there. This is important. Tested, removed. The area that did it is down here. Buy zone is down here. Tested. So I say we could move it down there. We'll move it above. We'll move it above, about right there. We'll leave it there. That's what we have for that one. Aussie CAD. So what are we doing? We're reacting at monthly demand. That's pretty important. Probably move deeper into that because it's a big one. Probably easily move down to here. Oh, this is gorgeous, this one there. I'd totally be keen to buy at this level here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this isn't demand, this is a reaction to demand. The demand being down here. So I'm gonna go like this. Go to the lowest test. There, where are we? We're through that area. There. I'm going to put that one on. Well, that's a baby, isn't it? A little baby. Let that one flick in there. Okay, because that's pretty low. I like that. So we need... You see there's a lot of testing, there's a lot of resistance, support here for price. We had this. I can't see anything this time frame. Okay, so we had this one. Tested, removed. The origin of the move that did this is here. Below that, we had here. Tested. It's gone. The origin is here, but it's already been here, around here. So I'd want to look further. That's not very good. I'll look further higher. Okay, so we have this. These are the big time frames. Let's move lower. Let's go to the hourly and look, because there you can see. Okay, so we had the average of these tests was here. These lows, let's say around here, tested a few times, it was gone. The area that did it is this one. The area remove this one is this one. What about this one? Did this one do anything? Well, we had this. tested the high of it there. This one was removed by this one. This one is from here. Testers, removed. This one removed it. Where did it come from? From here. So there, like that. So 2 times the size is there. So we have that little owly area. The 89.20. Let's go to the 4 hour and look. What else have we done? So zoom out more. We can't see anything. So that's kind of what we have there. But if we look on this time frame, we can see that the pullback came all the way down to here. Come on, silly. Let's go here. It's there. The green candle pulled back to here before it left. So, like a good stop. You know what? We're just not gonna mess around with it too much. This one, remove this one. Done. 89.20, 2-ish. That's a pretty big. Let's do like a small position here, so I can have a bigger stop. Buy limit at 89.22. Kind of leave it like that, small one. Boom. 2. And where do we have opposing something or other? Well, we have these. Tested a few times, removed by this. Testing that again in a second. We'll put it up there, which is about 3 times the size of that. Okay. I mean, it'll probably go now, and we'll probably move up to here, which is interesting. Originates from here. The area that did it is this one. Go to the hourly, just to confirm. Yeah, this looks fine. We had this tested once, twice, 3 times. This one removed it, so we could put a short in here as well. 1, 2 times the size. I mean, price has been back here technically, which is telling us that this is not fresh area. You know what? One thing at a time. I'll wait for that, for this one here. Okay. Aussie franc. We got some nice trades on here. So we formed this base. We're forming a higher low. So here we had this, which we traded a while ago. Most of you guys got in this. This one here tested. This is gone. What area did it? Well, this area did it. It's tested once. The origin, the move that did that is low down. It's actually down here. But let's focus on some other ones. Let's leave this here, because this one's gone. And the one that removed that is up here somewhere. You see this accumulation, it's kind of got the low there. We'll put the low there for that reason. So that's still there. But let's have a look at this. This looks interesting for us. So we had this here, just gone. What area did it? Let's put this one in. Tested a bunch. This one's gone. This area did it. Right here, 2 times the size. About here, we traded this. I think we're about around here. Then price went up to here, and went down and went up. So looking at this, we had a bounce here. Not a big one. tested this one, removed it, tested, this one's gone. The area that did that, the slingshot was pulled back to here. Okay, so we have that. It's a lot of kind of messy stuff in here, as you can see. Let me do that over. So we had this, tested, this one did it. This one's gone, the origin, the one that did that is here. Kind of slingshot was pulled back to here. It's gone through it now. The origin of the one that did it is down here. And this one has already been tested. Okay, so what else do we have? Well, this is a new beginning of the buy zone, which is a lows of here, which is about exactly where price went back to. We had a bounce at the 0.7, and now we're kind of sitting around between the two. Notice now that it's difficult because we're kind of in the middle, so we have to either buy lower or sell higher. So if we look in here, we have this one, which this is kind of the edge of the area. Those removed. This one is gone. The origin is like here. It's been tested. Now it's gone. The origin is a slingshot, which is here, which has been tested. Now price is moving away. Yeah, there's nothing to do there until something is taken out. There's nothing there. So we're just gonna reset the template and find something else. Good. Weekly, where are we? Well, we're low and we're wriggling high. If we look here, you can see that we've starting to form some demand below price. Has price moved above here? Yeah, looks like it probably has come close. I love these stuff like this where you have a really nice low and then price comes, sits on it, we get a white bar and then a green bar away. Boom, there's a no-brainer right there. That was a nice trade. So we have something here which we can't see. Let's go to the 1 hour so we can see it. Still can't see it. And here, half an hour maybe? No, almost 15-minute. You see it a bit better here. Okay, and it goes up to, I mean, this is a small one. So I see you got to go out again. This one's gone. The slingshot was pulled back to here or even here. Price came down to it. We managed to hold. So the lows of the wicks, these are the slingshots, not very clear ones. This is probably the one that I would say is the beginning of the buy zone and then do here. Price came, we left, we came again, and we're kind of having these higher highs, then price moved. But notice here, we had some tests at this area, and this one did it. But the thing about this is, when price left here, it didn't really do anything. We had some micro tests in here. Let's go like that so I can look. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. We have this. Then we have this. This one's gone. The slingshot was pulled back to here, which brings our attention to this one. This one was tested a couple of times, and the origin of it was here, so we could move this back down to here times 2 and be happy with that. At the 73.44, go to the 1 hour. What does that look like? Maybe even the 4 hour. Yeah, you can see it on the 4 hour. The low of that is here. I mean, this moved above there, we traded above that and above this. And this one here was the one that went above there. Yeah, I don't know. You could do something like that, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say you could do something like that. Let's see where we're reacting. We have bumps in the road. Yeah, we have some challenges there. So you might want to be careful also. Go to the low of the candle to the left and pull it to the bottom there. That's the better trade, because these are pretty wicky on the daily chart, which tells us that there's a lot of sideways stuff going on. And so you could certainly do something like that and even move to the lower half. So what do you want to do? I prefer that. This price came up, tested. I prefer that because this one, which was tested by these, was removed by this one. I mean, the trade's technically speaking already happened. So will it hold again? Don't know. It's a big figure. It's been tested a few times. When price went above, it came back pretty quickly, didn't it? So you'd want to look lower. We have this one. Been tested a bunch. The area that caused that break is here, and it has not been tested yet. So for me, I would go here. This is nicer for me, so I'll do this one. Maybe I'll miss it, but I don't care. Buy the 72.55, 72. Plop that in there. 72. Okay. I'm thinking we'll probably have a bounce here and not even come down here, but we'll leave that in there just in case. Okay. Good. Let's have a look at the Aussie Singapore dollar. What are we doing? I'm moving lower. We're really low. Does that mean it's going to stop? It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It just means we're establishing continued lower areas of value. So we could continue to move lower. And as long as we have valid supply being formed, then there's no reason to start to buy until we start to consume opposing areas of supply, which we haven't done yet. So this is tough. At this, we haven't traded below it, which is a warning sign saying that we're probably going to start moving higher from here. So let's go to the smaller time frames and have a look. So we had this. First of all, let's do it properly. Let's go back. Had this. This one's removed by what? By this. This one is removed by, with a slingshot. And the slingshot is around here, isn't it, I think? Which brings our attention to this one. And this one is kind of right around there. Go to the hourly and look. Yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, too much messing around there. On this time frame, we can see these now. Yeah, this area did it. Let's put on the right color. So we got this one. We got this one here. Yeah, I like this one better because this one didn't really, maybe we can see it on for half an hour. Okay, so we had this just taken out by this. In the high, the green candle on the left, which is kind of there. Tested. This one's gone. The area that did it is this down here. We have two areas we could look at. I'm going to take the one that's closest to price. So the 92.80. So call it tiny lot size. Sorry, big lot size. Buy limit at the 9286. Put that in there. Ooh. Like that. Okay. So how many do we have? And we have quite a few in there. Let's have a look at the Euro Kiwi. We're also getting on 40 minutes already. And we had our orders to sell here. We got pretty close, but we didn't get those, so I killed those before the weekend. So we're probably going to have a struggle to get through there. So let's have a look on the weekly. What are we doing? We're high. We had this. Just tested, almost taken out. We had this here. This here. Which was tested. The one that came close to it is, where is it? I suppose you could pull it down to here. This is the low, then it brings our attention to this one. So you could bring it down to this one here. Then go to the lows. It's kind of like, I suppose, here. Times 2. We tested that once. We tested it twice, a little bit deeper, and then we left. This one is gone. The area that took this one back took it out rather. Well, it hasn't really gone. You can see that we just had wicks above it. This is just a gap kind of thingy. So it's kind of a difficult one. Just looking at this on this time frame, you can see that we have, what do we have? Let's find some fresh stuff over here. So we have this. It's tested once, twice. It's gone. The one that did it is this one. Go to the small time frame and look what that looks like. That's the one we look at. Is that it? Yeah, we have this one. This looks interesting. Even smaller, you can see that we have that. So we could go 2 times the size of that, which is uncharted territory. Note the price has already been back to this level. We're here. And so you could do something like that. But it's really far away, so I'll wait. But we're going to 3/4 an hour, so I'm going to stop at that. And keep your eye on these and see how they go. If you have any questions, please post them in the forum.